Hello Taurus, welcome to your general reading for April 2021. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun and Rising signs here, guys, for the general messages. I'll be doing a giveaway this month, so if you're interested in winning a copy of my favorite tarot deck of the moment, the Tarot of Mystical Moments, brand new, boxed, all nice and bubble wrapped here, or wrapped in plastic, so it's unused, coming to you here. If you would like a chance to win the deck, then feel free to leave me a comment below, letting me know how you're manifesting your dreams here in April 2021, and I'll be announcing the winner at the end of April. So April 30th, I'll be announcing the winner. Leave me a comment down below, press that like button, share me on your social media as well, and let me know that you're doing that in the comments section, and you'll have a chance of winning this beautiful, gorgeous, brand new deck by Katrin Weltstein. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Katrine. It's probably Katrine. It's a beautiful name. It's a beautiful deck, and I hope that you enjoy the reading here, Taurus. A special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon. If you'd like a chance of winning this deck, then you'll have to pop over to the YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle, and watch my reading there, and leave me a comment in the section below. Okay, let's have a look here, Taurus. I'm going to actually get a couple of oracle cards for you. Firstly, let's get one from the Arc Animal deck. Spirit animal for Taurus, please, for the month of April. For my beautiful Taurians, spirit animal for Taurus, please. Okay, wow, that one really jumped out. You've got the manatee. And interestingly enough, guys, I have a manatee-shaped mailbox. So the manatee, 5 of Cups. You know what? I'm getting an energy around this of letting the past go. There being a lot better things for you coming. So in April, it seems like that it's a time of release. It's painful, of course, whenever we have to leave something that we've loved behind, but I do feel that there's a change in the wind. There's something here which is, I get it as very slow moving. It's something that you've slowly letting go of, something that you've held on to for a very long period of time. There's a feeling of loss around it, but there's also a feeling of liberation that comes as a result of letting that go as well, Taurus. Let's get one from the Enchanted Map. What is the overall energy around Taurus, please, for the month of April? You've got 2 that popped out. Commitment and education. So I do feel that you're going to make a commitment around some kind of, it feels like it could be education of yourself. You could be going back to school, learning something brand new. For others of you, you're committing yourself to a career in education. For even more of you here, Taurus, there's an energy of you committing to having learned a lesson. Learning a lesson, learning from it fully, so that you don't have to repeat. Yeah, it's for some of you. It's about receiving an education, something that you have learned fully now. Yeah, so I feel like there's a very strong energy of hope, releasing. Again, I get releasing the past and moving to a place. Some of you could be literally moving, but for the majority of you, I feel it's more moving towards committing yourself to change. Yeah, it feels like something that's been very circular in your life, something that's repeated a pattern. It feels like a pattern that's repeated in your life. You may have even had an experience with an ex here. You may have gone back to an ex. But this time it feels like you've learned something major where you won't repeat that cycle again, and you're freeing yourself. I get that again. I get that energy here of grieving, yes. But the grieving is finally being released. I feel like you've been in a period of grief for a long period of time. But I'm getting this energy of change, transition, freeing yourself from a circular pattern and moving towards committing yourself to I get something that is higher than you've experienced before. Okay. And for some of you, it's literally learning something new, a study, or you could even be teaching other people something that you've learned, Taurus. So let's get started with the reading. Do a few more shuffles here, guys, and we'll put down the tarot. Taurus, committing yourself, making a commitment to educate. Possibly, I get for some of you, you are even, I get a new job for some of you. There's an energy of you committing to a new job, something that is going to provide you with a lot of growth, a lot of change, but it does involve, of course, you leaving something behind here, Taurus. So let's take a look. I get some of you may have to physically travel quite a distance to commit to this, whatever this education is for you. So let's take a look. We have the 8 of Wands, the Emperor, okay. The 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. Right in the center we've got that Knight of Wands. So yeah, for a lot of you it does involve travel. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Empress, and the overall energy is the 9 of Swords. Okay, so Taurus, for your overall energy with the 9 of Swords, anytime there is a transition in life, change, especially something that happens quite quickly, I feel like you're being given an opportunity here to make a move. It's finally here, and I feel that you're going to take this opportunity, but it is, of course, bringing you some anxiety, stress. And also I get a lot of attention, and you're not used to all of this attention being on you, Taurus. So it's giving you a little bit of anxiety, but also some excitement at the same time. I do feel that. Right in the center we have the Knight of Wands. It is a card of movement, of really, I feel it's almost like a chariot energy that I'm picking up around you here, of physical movement, something that you're able to take advantage of. So something becomes free. Something becomes free. I don't mean free as in doesn't cost you anything. I mean free as in it becomes available. Something that was previously closed off to you is now opening up, and it's going to take you being a little bit, let's just say, it may appear to others as being selfish, but I actually don't feel that it is. It's just how it may appear to others, because it seems like you're having to leave other people behind, or at least one other person, Taurus, to go and get this thing that's become available to you. And so there's a little bit of energy around you of, you know what, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to take no prisoners, and I'm going to overcome my fears here and go for the brass ring with passion. It really feels like it's you leveling up in some way. Now, other people around you may not be so happy about this. Now, it seems to be happening quite quickly. I am getting that. The Eight of Wands. It's giving you an out, a lifeline, something that you had hoped for, something that you may have even waited on. World circumstances may have prevented you from going for this in the past, but I feel like that's going to open up for you here in April. It's something that's being communicated to you, an opportunity. We've got Emperor and Empress energy here as well. Now, it's interesting. Okay, what I'm getting here is whatever you're leaving behind, Taurus, is someone who I actually don't feel like they're that. Are they bothered by it? I actually feel that they're going to be happy for you. So this person, I do feel that they're your equal in some way. Now, I feel like it could be a spouse or an ex-spouse or an about to be ex-spouse that knows that this is good for you, knows that this is what you want. They realize that I feel like you could be going through an ending with this particular person, but I feel like they're not exactly okay with it, but I feel like there's an acceptance of an ending, and they're actually wishing you well. So that's nice energy. I feel like there's been conflict with this person in the past, whoever this is. It's either a spouse or someone who's very, very close to you. It could even be like a mother. But whoever this person is, I feel like there has been conflict in the past. They hadn't wanted you to do this. There may have been some drama, some rough communication, but now I feel like you're moving away from that. It feels like you've really come to a place where you both accept that this is ended, Taurus. Yeah, I've got King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Emperor and Empress. So I feel like this is someone that you've either been committed to for a long period of time, perhaps even it could have been a marriage, or you've been it's a very strong partnership where the two of you are on you've reached like your peaks in your careers. You're both quite high achievers. I see that. And I feel like the two of you here are now realizing that, you know what, I get this level of independence. You're able to give each other. Yeah, I feel like this person in the past may have not wanted you to have your freedom, Taurus, but I feel like they're okay now. Well, again, accepting. I want to use the word accepting. They're seeing reason. They're accepting that this is over, and they seem to be more ready to embrace their own opportunity, their own new life. Because I feel like the two of you here have an opportunity at new lives, but it feels separate. But I still feel that you'll be connected to one another. Now, it could be because you have family together, or it could be because you are family. That's not going to change. Even though I feel it's you, Taurus, that's physically moving away, there seems to be still a strong connection. But what you are releasing is a feeling of holding on to the past. You'll always have your memories. There'll always be a nostalgia here. Pleasant memories. You want to hold on to the pleasant memories, but you want to release any negative memories that have been associated with this ending. The conflict. I feel that's what you're letting go of. You're holding on to the pleasant memories, but you're letting go of the animosity that was there at the end of this particular relationship. And I get you reaching a period here where you're able to find some closure, but it's not because the other person is providing you with closure. You're providing your own closure by physically moving on, moving away from the past, Taurus, making a decision to go for something that feels brand new for you. I feel like it's a whole new life. It feels very much changed for you, but it feels like it almost feels like a burning away. Not that I feel that you're being destructive. No, I don't feel that you're being destructive. It just feels like you're really putting a lot of distance between you and this past situation so that you can not be tempted to go back to it, if that makes sense to you, Taurus. Yeah. After having learned a major lesson about this ending. Now, what have you learned here, Taurus? Let's take a look. I'm actually going to get a card from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. Yeah, you had trouble with this ending. I feel like it was very long and drawn out, something that you didn't want to let go of. But I feel like you've had a discussion. You're able to put some things to bed here. It feels like you're leaving animosity in the past. We've got the card of Moon Dance. Reminds me of Van Morrison there. You'll see this woman, and if you're listening on the podcast, I'll explain the card. It's a woman here tiptoeing across this tightrope. She's balancing on this rope. She's got the moon, which is attached to her there. She seems to be dancing through life without a care. Very confident energy. So this is about being brave, being adventurous, getting out of your comfort zone, seeing life from a different perspective. But the need to maintain a delicate balance between levity and lightheartedness. Yeah. There's an adventurous kind of spirit around you here, Taurus, with that Knight of Wands. But there's also this delicate balance between the past and where you're headed. So be a little bit gentle on yourself. I feel like you want to burn it away. You want to burn this past away, but you don't want to burn the whole thing You know, you want to hold on to the good memories here. There's a lot of lessons that you've learned as well, so you don't want to lose those. This is about being guided towards something brand new, and being brave, being courageous to do that, but holding on to logic, to reason. You know, not being self-destructive here. Sometimes in life we can tend to be so caught up in the need for change, a sudden need for change, that we can sometimes be a little bit too destructive in what we're leaving behind. You're being urged not to do that. You're being urged to be courageous, to follow your path, to get out of your comfort zone, to take the initiative, absolutely, but not to forget past lessons, not to be too foolish here. You know, it needs to be tempered somewhat. Commitment to education. You know, I do get for some of you there is an energy of you going farther afield to learn something new. It could be a new job. It could be again, I get for some of you, you could be going to an educational institution. For some of you, it's a student. Others of you, you could be going to teach at this institution. I do feel that this is at a distance as well. What else do I see here? Yeah, I feel like this person that you're leaving behind, they're a counterpart. I feel like they're always going to be they're going to be watchful of you. That they do want what's best for you, and I feel like this person's going to remain behind and watch from a distance, while following their own path, is what I'm getting from Spirit. But they're always going to keep an eye on you. Interesting. Let's see what else we can come up with here. This commitment to education. Let's take a look. What is the message there for Taurus, please? The commitment to education. Commitment to education. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely taking a journey. It feels like luck is on your side. I'm getting that. This is going to be a transformational journey. I also feel for some of you this is going to bring a lot more balance into your life. So this change is going to be a good opportunity for you to find what it is that you're looking for. Yeah, I get finding what you're looking for. Going in search of. Learning, committing to an education. You know, it may simply be a case of you committing to learning about yourself, finding out more about life, maybe educating yourself about living in another part of the world, another culture, another state, another city. So it's committing to personal growth. Something that feels like it's going to open up a new world for you in terms of your creative spirit. Yeah, I feel you're leaving any kind of fears you had about taking this journey behind. You're making the choice. You're making the decision. This person that has been, I feel, at odds with you about this choice is starting to come around. And now that you're not fighting this person, now that you're not fighting to make this choice, now the fears are starting to creep in about, it feels a little bit shaky, like you're on shaky ground. It's natural. I mean, it's allowing yourself to feel a bit shaky. You know, an Emperor and a King of Swords is not used to that shaky energy. The Emperor and the King of Swords is someone who is very stable, likes things to remain the same. So any kind of change can throw you a bit. I feel like this person that you're leaving behind has provided you with that safety, that security in the past. But what I'm seeing here, Taurus, is you're going towards something else. There's an in-between period, but then I feel like you're going to start to settle in to this new place, to this new way of being, and you're going to start to see the growth. You're going to start to see how this change was good for you. Now that's coming in the future. There's this energy around you at the moment of, okay, now that I don't have this opposition around me, now that I'm free to do this, I actually have to do it. It's like you had the thought, but you came up against so much opposition from other people that you were so busy fighting that now that the way is clear, now that the way ahead is clear for you, now your fears are coming to the surface. So you've finished fighting the outside forces, now you're fighting the inside forces. But those are just fears. They're the things that are trapping you in that place of stasis, of comfortability. Yeah, but overall I see you committing to learning something brand new, to going for what you really want to do here, which involves, I do feel for a lot of you, physical movement and a change of circumstances, a change of your surroundings. But it's a delicate dance here, a delicate dance, and you're feeling quite off balance. You're not used to being this daring, Taurus. You're used to holding on, but you feel quite untethered. But you know what? You've got this. I see you more than capable of handling this change. I think you've just been so used to resistance around you that you're finding it hard to get into the flow of freedom. You're so used to not having this freedom around you. You're so used to having your thoughts control you, your fears control you, other people control you, that this utter untethered energy, this freedom, it's freaking you out a bit. And there could be a danger of sabotaging this opportunity around you because you feel untethered and you feel like you need to anchor yourself back down. But Spirit is saying that will come again in the future. You're kind of flying to the next location. You're flying to your next life here. For some of you, you're literally flying in an airplane to get to this place where Emperor and Empress are going to, I feel like you're going to really come into your own. This feels like parts of yourself being united. You know, this is you making the plans. This is you getting taking the leadership role, getting yourself organized. And then meeting this opportunity for new growth in your life. So you're more than capable. It's just fear around you. What could go wrong? What could happen? Yeah, I honestly feel that this past energy is dissipating. It feels like the way is starting to open up for you. This feeling of things not going your way, everything going against you, is starting to clear. And now that the way ahead is opening up, I feel like you're ready to set this course, to chart this course into your future, Taurus. And it feels like it's really going to open up your creativity. An opportunity for you to learn a whole lot. I feel like you're really going to bloom in this new life, in this new place, in this whatever you're committing to, wherever you're going. I feel like this is a real opportunity for you to I get it as blooming, coming to your own. You know, manatee energy. Let's talk about the manatee for a moment here, with that 5 of Cups energy. Now the manatee, he's a slow-moving animal. He's certainly a very kind animal, a peaceful animal as well. It's a very powerful water energy as well, healing, fertility, comforting energy. It's not. There's nothing to fear from a manatee. I mean, when you think of it, they're giant, beautiful sea creatures, but my goodness, are they gentle. Vegetarian energy around this as well. What I'm getting here is it is about leading a life where you're in the flow. It feels like very watery kind of energy, where you're more directed by your emotions, by your creativity, by love for what you're doing, love for yourself, love for what's around you, love for people. It feels very much like that, kindness, generosity. Yeah. Leaving any kind of cruelty in the past, leaving behind conflict, leaving behind not exactly. Okay, here's what's interesting. I was talking about earlier tempering the energy, right? Well, there's a danger of being too much caught up into that. So there's a need to temper that with logic as well. So you can't get too caught up in it where it becomes fanciful, pie in the sky. You have to temper it with organization. But if you do that, I see you as coming out on top, really grasping that brass ring here and succeeding. So for you, it's about taking the action after putting in a solid plan. Once the opportunity arises, conquering your fears, going for it, but not forgetting to think with logic and reason, not forgetting the lessons of the past. Doing it from a place of, yes, daring and adventure and going for it, being led by your intuition and more of your watery side, but tempering that with logic and reason. That's really what I'm seeing here, Taurus. So let's get one more card, and that will alleviate some of this stress of this change. Let's get one more card from the Oracle of the Fairies for you, Taurus. Message for Taurus, please. What does Taurus need to hear? Your inner child wants to come out and play. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Doing something silly and fun, but staying safe. Yeah, that's important. You know, doing what you feel called towards. Doing something that's for you. Doing something very fun and adventurous, and having a great time with life. But staying safe. You know, that's not forgetting to think logically. You know, you are Emperor and King of Swords energy. You want to act like this Knight of Wands, which is great, but you can't forget maturity. You can't forget responsibility. You have to be responsible, not do things that cause harm or danger to yourself or anyone around you. You know, it's not about destructive energy here. It's about maintaining a playfulness with responsibility, and that can be done. You know, it sounds like it can't be, but the thing is, when you've grown up, you're not a child anymore, so you can't act like a child. You can act childlike, but you can't act childish, Taurus. That's the difference here. That delicate moon dance, daring and adventure mixed with age, responsibility, reason. It can be done. It can be done. Taurus, I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the very best. Thanks very much for watching and listening on the podcast. If you are listening on Apple, Spotify or Amazon, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. I wish you all the very best, Taurus. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or there's a link down below to my Etsy shop where you can purchase directly there as well. Thanks again, Taurus, for watching and listening, and please take care.